guys, it's Laura with Soul Intrigue Yoga. Today in this video I would like to share with you 3 power poses. Now I call these power poses because they are a way of creating a reference point in our bodies for standing up straight, keeping your heart out, keeping your head up, eyes open, and just carrying yourself with confidence. Now, this video may come off a little bit like mom and grandma telling you to stand up straight, sit up straight, hold your shoulders up, but I'm going to take it one step further and I'm going to tell you why this is so important. Now, the way that we carry ourselves has a direct impact, first of all, on the way that we are perceived by other people, but also in the way that we perceive the world. If you think about it, it just makes sense. If you go for a walk, I could walk around the block today and walk around with my head down. This is going to be an entirely different experience than if I walk around the block and I'm actually looking around at the trees, at the people, at life. And so I see so many people every day of their lives who carry themselves with their shoulders crunched over, their ribs crushing their lungs. No way are you getting a full breath like that. And their head down, and you're missing so much. And believe me, I'm not telling you this because I feel like, I'm the one to talk. I struggle with this constantly, and it has to do with our distribution of testosterone versus cortisol. Now, if you're a person like me who typically has a high production of cortisol in your system, then this is going to be a huge challenge for you. But I'm going to show you these 3 power poses so that you can use them and do them for 21 days. They say 21 days will create a habit for you. Now, even if this doesn't become something that you do every day, and even if you don't want to really start a yoga practice, I encourage you to do these for 21 days to create a reference point in your body's memory bank for a power pose. Because like I say, if you have a higher production of cortisol in your system and you don't typically produce a lot of testosterone, which is what gives us that alpha male, the sense of power, then it's going to be really challenging for you to place your shoulders over your hips, especially if you're in a room full of people, or if you're in a job interview, or somewhere really important, somewhere where it's very valuable for you to do that. And so do these 3 poses. We're going to hold them for 3 breaths apiece for 21 days and see if that helps you to create that reference point within yourself. Okay, so number 1, we've got mountain pose. So in mountain pose, you're going to stand with your feet about hip width apart, knees lifted, thighs tight, pressing the sit bones down towards the heels, and so grounding into all 4 corners of the feet. You're going to lift the lower abdomen, so tightening the lower abdomen in. And go ahead and inhale, reach the shoulders up to the ears, exhale down, that's 1 breath. Reach the fingertips down towards the floor and find a string that kind of feels like it's pulling the top of your head up towards the sky, and so feeling a nice traction in the spine. And as you're sliding the shoulder blades down the back ribs, feel that the heart is open and pressing out. And then just gaze straight ahead. And so this is mountain pose. You'll hold this for 3 breaths. And from mountain, we're going to go into our exploding mountain. Exploding mountain is volcano. And so we're going to come straight from our nice straight body into a lifted arm. So reaching the arms up, and then relax the shoulders down. So you want to stay nice and soft in the shoulders, nice and soft around the heart. Stay relaxed so you can get some nice deep breaths. And if your arms come in and it feels like you're scrunching, then go ahead and spread the arms out, because what this is all about is feeling safe and feeling secure and taking up our space. And so go ahead and reach the arms up, and you'll hold volcano for 3 breaths. Nice deep breaths. Okay. And the last pose is going to be tree pose. Now this is a balance, and if you're new to balances or you don't feel like you're secure in a balance, you can always use the wall. But also the first variation of tree pose is using the foot on the floor for balance. And so the most important thing about balance is that it really creates a space for you to bring your attention inward. You want to, you have to bring your attention inward and really kind of take note of where you're standing and what's going on and have a focal point in order to hold a balance, because you'll just fall out if you don't. And so creating a balance in your power pose practice is going to be totally useful. And you can do this even like before you go into a stressful situation or somewhere that you may tend to crumble down. Go ahead and do a nice balancing pose and stand up straight, get that balance for a second, and then go out and shine. Okay, so tree pose, come into your mountain, align all the way up to the top of the head, and then go ahead and take your right or left foot up, whichever one you want to do first, but do both. And you can take your toes down on the floor if you're not holding very well. You can also bring your foot up to your calf and reach the knee outward, but make sure that you're really lifting up out of the hip of that supporting leg, and so you're not sinking into that hip. You want to create a nice straight line, heart forward, or you can bring the foot into the thigh. And if you do that, then make sure that you're feeling nice and strong in that supporting leg so that you can press back to the foot with your supporting leg. Again, we don't want to sink into the hips. And whatever variation that you're in, raise the arms up. You can take the palms to touch overhead. You can bring them to heart center, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to say open your arms, take up space. And so also, word of caution, don't take your foot to the inside of your knee, because that throws into your knee joint, and that's just never good. And so I really hope that you will use these poses, do them for 21 days, see if it helps you to stand up straight, look forward, don't miss a thing, and shine. Thank you for watching. Namaste.